slowing down. Hey guys, welcome back once again to Freedom One Garage. We're still on the vet. We are knocking projects off of this thing's list. Today, or for this video, we're going after the wiper washer. So all the wiper settings work on this car, but the washer doesn't. We just, via a test light and jumper wires, checked that the circuit does work. On these Corvettes, when you push, here's your wiper button here. When you push this in, it's supposed to wash, and ours doesn't do that. So but we do have an electric signal going to the motor in the bottom of the reservoir, which is way down there. So we need to get the reservoir out so we can change the motor. Great. I think first try we're going to take the master cylinder off, get it out of the way. We have a cruise control module that'll have to get removed in the bracket and out of the way, and then if we can access them, we should be able to get to the bolts for the washer reservoir and hopefully get it out via the top of the engine compartment here. So that's the plan anyway. I guess we'll see if we can make it work that way. Master cylinder has 2 bolts, nuts that secure it to the booster via studs. That's 1. That's 2. Ooh. And then we're just going to take a handy dandy bungee and hook one of the brake lines. Take this last nut off, and we should be able to slide this guy off, pull him out just a little bit, and lay him over here, and then we'll hook the bungee over on the air conditioner bracket. That wasn't horrible. Now I gotta get this guy out of the way, and I'm not sure how that's fastened. On this side? No. Oh, I think that might be riveted in. Handy dandy mechanic spy mirror says riveted from the other side inner fender, and that's the story on that one too. Shucks. I don't think we can get that washer canister out without taking this bracket out. So, gosh. Alright, pop rivets come in a variety of flavors. These 2 are what we're after, and they appear to be the 3/16 inch flavor. So, 3/16 drill bit. Two. Not too bad. Now our cruise controller should be loose. We can take in fact, I think we're gonna have a ground wire here for something else. Actually, it goes all the way down underneath the car. If it weren't for that, we could take the two speedo cables off and be pretty good. In fact, we're going to try that real quick first. Alright, so here's our cruise module, and yeah, we got a ground wire from the bottom of the car connected to it. Great. This is a lock nut too, so that's handy. And not just one of them nylon ones, this is one of them crimped down, gonna fight you all the way to the end of the bolt lock nuts. And now we try our darndest to remember to put that ground wire back on there. Because remember, fiberglass car, grounding of things is probably somewhat important from time to time. We're gonna just pull that. Wow, we're gonna get him all the way out of the way. That's not bad. We got one bolt right here. You can probably even see it. The other one is on the other side. I can get to that. No, it's just gonna be like halfway. Oh, there's one way up here. Huh, that might be all. Okay, let's get to a, I'm sure they're 3/8. They aren't 7, I don't think. Or are they? Oh, they're 10mm. Dang it. You guys and gals that watch our videos pretty regular here, you know, if there's a hard bolt to get to, we attack that one first. It's just, it just seems like it makes things go easier. So we're back in there. Ooh, ooh, got it. Ooh. And that was my socket coming off of my ratchet and not hitting the floor. You stink is what you do. I do not like you anymore. You're not my friend. Son of a biscuit. 110mm down. Okay, you didn't want to listen to all the bad words and things I was saying about Corvette designers. I took that last bolt out, but it's out. This is number 2. I think there's only one more at the very top here. This will give us an indication when we pull this out. If that's the case, we should be pretty darn, yes, loose. For once, well, no, I don't want to cut my chickens' eggs before the chickens have baby. I mean, we're just going to wait until we get this out before we say that it was easier than we expected it to be. I better hold on to this guy. Oh, it's loose. All right. So there's a hose in the bottom. Oh, it's gonna come in. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Yes. Heck yeah, you guys. We got her. All right, let's get it over to the bench and we'll take a look at this motor. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. The squiggly filler tube pops right out of the tank, so that's good. That's the remainder of our tank, and this is our motor. And I should have paid attention to what was positive and what was negative. We're just gonna put power to it and see what happens. We'll jump the box for our power source here. Alright. I went and looked, so when the retainer clip is at the bottom, pink is on the right, pink is the hot wire. So we're gonna go 12 volts there. Does not want to chooch. Let's tippy tap on it. That doesn't sound good. Ooh, it's slowing down. Okay, now we're gonna go vertical out here, and we've got a piece of old vacuum hose, or I don't know, well, it might even be washer hose, I don't know. We're gonna loop it back up into the lid here, or top. I'm gonna put a little bit of water in there, just tap water for testing purposes. Doesn't seem to leak. Let's see if it pumps here. Whoa, there's that noise. It does pump. See that? It does pump. But man, it makes an awful noise. For a second here. Cheers. Okay, we're gonna run in and see what the price and availability is for one of these little wiper washer motors for a Corvette. Making less noise, but as long as it's reasonably priced, we're gonna put it in there. Now, if it's like the clock, ladies and gentlemen, the clock itself, replacement, $170. So I'm not putting a $170 wiper washer motor in here. I have a feeling it should be fairly standard GM. Thanks for watching. This one's to be continued. We're just finishing it up on the same video. So hang in there, got to order. I'm sure it's not going to be, you know, in stock. So when we get it, we'll finish this up. Mackie's hanging out, chilling. Nice day, a little breezy. Anyway, things I've learned in the last couple days. Y'all want more Corvette C3 stuff. And well, we had to take a hiatus just for a little bit and get a couple other projects moving forward, but we have parts and we need to get the Vette back down on all fours. So in this video we're going to do the windshield washer pump and get the front end of the car back together so we can at least move it around. We also have the clock in for the dash. That'll be in the next video. I've got a real busy weekend coming up and that kind of thing. So anyway, thanks for watching, subscribing, all that good stuff. Let's get into today. By the way, I do appreciate the comments. A couple people chimed in on a couple of the Corvette videos, and you know what they said? They said, hey, put the parts you can afford in the car and drive it. Down the road, somebody wants to do something more substantial, they can do that. But for right now, yeah, we're gonna do just that. It's already got some odds and ends parts on it. We did go with a GM, not a GM clock, but one that's allegedly approved for restoration, because they were expensive either way. This washer pump, however, it's a Napa brand, 6651563, pretty common probably to General Motors cars of the era, and it actually goes in. If you look in there, there's a plastic nut down in there you have to loosen, and then let me show you, this part of the new washer threads up through there, and you got a gasket that goes on there, and that's how it seals to the bottom of the tank. So we should be pretty good. We just have to find the correct combination of sockets and whirly-woos and wobblies to get down in there. So let's see, 3/4 maybe. Let's start there. Okay, first attempt, 3/4 inch 6-point deep socket, wobbly woo, and about a 8 or 10 inch extension. And then we're gonna, there we go. Maybe, maybe not, maybe. Ooh, I think it likes that size. It's turning. Oh, so far so good, guys and gals. Yep. Come on. There we go. It's got a little strainer on there for you, right on the old nut. Pretty cool. Okay, so we know that the gasket goes on the outside, on the bottom side of the tank. That one's still really good, actually. Well, pretty good. So we might save on that gasket. Now, let's get the new gasket spun onto here. And then we've got little tabs to hold your motor in here, so we know how it orientates there. The trick is gonna be getting this nut to go back onto the new pump. Let's try a couple things here. We're gonna try going vertical. I know, we're gonna get another wobbly woo, one that doesn't wobbly so much. This is an impact wobbly woo. So now see, it's got limitations. The other wobbly woo will literally wobbly woo over 90 degrees. So this one we can hold upright, hopefully, in our tank, and then we're gonna go up in here, try to get to there. We can kind of do it sideways, I suppose. Oh, she's going. Just like that? Really? I think we kind of got her, maybe. I don't know what torque specs are, but we'll see what the clicky wrench says here. Let's say click right about there. There we go. New one is down in there. That's the outsides, and we squished her down just a little bit. Didn't want to compress too much, but enough that it won't leak. Well, that was kind of anticlimactic, but I'm glad. So, all right, well, it kind of really actually went better than expected. We got the bottom part of the tank in. We just have to get the filler neck in, and it screws in. It's got one screw that goes into this tab here, and then the cruise control module goes here, and that goes in with pop rivets. We got some pop rivets for that. And then the brake master cylinder. We're not too bad a shape. Oh, my light's right in your way. I apologize for that. That might be better. Happy. Okay. Actually, let's move the light up here. All right, cruise control. We had him laying up there. Yep. There's two cables that gotta go back on. It shouldn't be too big of a deal. That's one. It's just impossible to get a hand. I mean, unless you're a tiny person to start with, then I'm not. You know, Jalen's working today. I wish he was here, because you kind of have to, in order to pop rivet stuff, you kind of have to have something to hold the two pieces of metal that you're riveting together tight against one another. But I might be able to just do the whole Stretch Armstrong thing and reach around. Here, there's my pop rivet. Now we gotta get our bracketries. Come on now. There you go. And then, can I squeeze the pop rivet is the question. With one hand, it's a steel pop rivet. There, we got her started. I should be able to let go now. There. Hey, that's in there, solid. Yeah, master cylinder. Let's do that now. Pretty easy. Let's line her there we go. Line her back up on the studs. Oh, we're so close, guys. You know, for the references of the future, for one of you guys or gals that ends up with Corvette and you're thinking, oh, the windshield wiper washer doesn't work, I don't want to go to all that trouble. Not too bad. A little bit of patience and getting stuff out of the way, it really wasn't so bad. Let's tighten these two nuts up and we're good to go. Well, we got to put the wheel back on. All right, before we test the windshield washers, we got to talk for just a second. So I went to the worst place on earth because I needed some stuff and I knew it was cheap there. You might be able to tell by that brand where I was. So while I'm there, I think I'll get windshield washer fluid. A couple of the cars here need it. The Corvette needs it. Let's get that. And so I go back to the automotive section and I find it. But when you look closely, it says summer formula. What? Look even closer. Plus 32 degrees Fahrenheit protection. What do I need to protect at 32 degrees Fahrenheit? I could put water in the dang tank and it'll be fine at 32 degrees Fahrenheit. This stuff, there's no antifreeze in the junk at all. So for all y'all and me, we don't drive our stuff all winter long. You don't use this up in the summer and you store your car in the winter, it's just gonna break your stuff. This is dumb. Why on earth would you have a summer formula, especially in the middle of the heartland where it's going to be winter in 5 months and it's going to be, 0 degrees? You can't just flush this stuff out. Tell me what you think in the comments. To me, it's just ridiculous, unless you live in Florida. I had a little bit of old stuff laying around, and this was the stuff that they sold year round. And I think I don't know where I put the bottle, but like protection down to negative 15 or 20 degrees. That's all we want. We don't want our stuff to freeze when our cars are in storage. Anyway, let's get back to the good news. Well, I hope. I haven't tried it yet, but we are in the Corvette. Let's put a key in. Ignition on. And oh, look at there, we got squirtage. Nice. And it barely sounds, you can't hear it at all. Here. And you can barely hear the buzz of the motor. So, all right, windshield washers are fixed, and it's got truly protected windshield washer fluid in it. I'll put a little bit more once I think if I maybe go to the Irish parts store or the Napa Valley or somewhere, they'll have normal washer fluid. I did buy 1 gallon at the worst place on earth because we do have a couple cars around here that will use this in through the summer months. Whatever. Anyway, hey, that's one more thing off the list for the Corvette. We are slowly dwindling down to nothing on this car. We're gonna do the we're gonna do the clock. We're gonna do the clock next, and then we got a little bit more paint correction to do on the car. Picked up stuff for that today. So we appreciate you watching our stuff, following our social medias and everything else. We will catch you on the next one.